Hello, I'm here, top of Church Street, Primark, Bold Street End, on this windy, busy Friday afternoon. The rain's just stopped, so thought I'd try and get a video in. You see, here's some food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Universal Scousers coming into our city. What tribe do you reckon they would champion? Scouse tribe or their tribe? Once there's enough of them. Once there's a community of them, like we see in Kensington, Fairfield, Lawrence Road, whose tribe would they be championing? Well, it's obvious. It'd be theirs. Wouldn't be our Scouse tribe. The Scouse tribe, they're Scouse hosts. Of course it would. See, what also we're doing here, right? We're bringing competitors into our city that we're going to be competing with, especially our children and grandchildren. They're going to be competing with the children and grandchildren of Universal Scousers. The rain's just come back on, believe it or not. So I'll try and continue. So as I say, ask yourself, Universal Scousers, once they're forming communities here in our glorious city, which they're doing in long-standing proud Scouse communities, whose tribe will they be championing? Well, you already know the answer. It's their tribe, right? It's their tribe they will be championing, not our tribe. They won't be championing our children and grandchildren. Why would they? Well, exactly. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, why would we do this to ourselves? Why would we build up a problem that's going to come back and bite us big time in 5 to 10 years time? That's what I'm saying. We would be mad, literally mad, to do this. That's why we must oppose what is happening. Don't these politicians, these reckless politicians, don't they understand what is happening and what the long-term consequences this is going to have for our city? Can't they see what I can see? And I'm sure most right-thinking people here in Liverpool, right? Once they start forming community, like you've seen in Burnley, Blackburn, Oldham, Bradford, places like that, there's only one tribe they champion, and that's theirs. That's there to see. Go on YouTube, right? TikTok, whatever. Once there was enough of them, they bear with us, it starts to rain. Once there was enough of them, they didn't start championing their hosts. The complete opposite. And the same is now happening here in our city. They're not coming into our city to champion Scouse pride, let's say. They're going to champion their own, right? Because that's how it works in the real world, right? Again, the proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. You just look at some of these communities, right? Well, I'll leave a video at the end. You've all watched before, but that makes my point more than anything, right? Universal Scousers will only be championing their tribe, right? They will not be championing our tribe, our Scouse tribe, the one and only tribe that has full claim to this city, right? Going back hundreds of years. We have full claim to this city, no one else, no other tribe that's just arrived recently, right? They have no claim, ownership to our glorious city, except us, right? We are the Scouse fam, we are the Scouse tribe. This is our city. It belongs to us, our children, our grandchildren, and all those amazing Scousers yet to be born. Sorry for being selfish, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid. Who's on the other foot? I'm sure we know which way they'd be thinking, of course. So it's in our long-term best interest to oppose further cultural change, because as I've said, 5 to 10 years time, Where is our city going to be? Long-standing proud Scouse communities, Scouse schools, Cherry City Centre, Scouse economy falling more and more into the hands of new arrivals, universal Scousers. Not sure whether or not to continue the rain. Do another one later, maybe. But just, it's food for thought once again, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all quite obvious, really, what will happen if cultural change is not halted. As more and more new arrivals, universal Scousers, different ways, Breeze Valley standards, come into our city, changing long-standing proud Scouse communities, then we lose more and more of our city. Our tribe, our Scouse tribe, loses more and more of its power, of its ancestral claim to our city. Right? This is ours, but it's no one else's. Yeah, we can share a little bit, but that's all, and it needs to now stop. But this can't continue. Otherwise, you're going to end up like some of these other towns and cities where they have been completely changed, never ever to see their former glory again. We can't let this happen here in our city. This is our city. It belongs to our children, grandchildren, and all those amazing Scousers yet to be born. Doesn't belong to anyone else, ladies and gentlemen. I may do another video later. Remember, say no to cultural change, yes to Scouse pride. Shout it out loud, Scouse and proud. Okay, thank you.